What's up, folks? It is me. I am back. Yeah. So we're just going to do a very quick video today. Is pretty much about TradeStation not really being. Maybe we'll say that it's user friendly, but we'll also say that it's not set up to help you succeed as a new and upcoming trader. One of the things that we know is that to become a better trader, for one, you just need to have time with the charts. You need to be able to sit there and wait a minute. Okay. Let's see. All right, there we go. You need to be able to have time to sit with the charts and get good with your technical analysis. And then the next thing is you need to be able to put in trades, right? So putting in trades with a live account is useful, but it's also just as useful to be able to do it with a simulation account or a paper account, something like that. But the paper accounts need to mimic what happened in a live account. And so TradeStation, this is my TradeStation account. This is the paper account that I'm under right now. But TradeStation has a pretty decent setup with its. I think overall TradeStation's platform is pretty decent, but its paper account I thought was pretty good as well, as far as order entries and understanding the functionality, using the system in its entirety. I think Thinkorswim, its paper account, I've used it in the past, but it's been a year or so ago. I've started back using it again, but using Thinkorswim's paper trading account, it doesn't seem to have, or at least then I wasn't able to use all of the access all of the features in real time and as succinctly as what happens real time, real account. But so this is what happened with my TradeStation account. All right, so I was trading the SPY today, and let's see, let me bring it up over here. I was trading the SPY, I was trading options. I've kind of switched to that a bit, right? So trading options, I was trading several contracts, as I went through the day, but everything was 0 days to expire, so everything was 0 DTE. But what would happen was like this area here. So I get into a position, and then I was just looking for small entries, small exits. So this is what happened. I get into a position, say here. I don't even know where it entered at. Probably. This looks like an exit right here. This dot right here looks like an exit. I get into a position in here on this bar, and so it put me in at what, 21 cents, something like that. And then I wanted to get out here, right? So 23 cents. It would have been like 2 cents difference. What is that? $2 maybe for one contract, but I was getting 100 contracts, so that'd be $200, right? $2, $200. And so I'd be up $200, or I might have got 150 or 300 contracts up. So anywhere from 250 to 400 bucks, I'd be up. And then so I wanted to exit, and so I put in an order to exit. And instead of exiting me here, and now up here in the yeah, right here with the open trades, it would show up here with the open trades. It would show I'm up 250, 300, 400 bucks. And then when I close the position out, instead of closing me out at this level here at 23 cents, for some reason, I don't know if you can see this line. I should have changed the color. Let me see if I can make this a little bit easier to see. Field open order lines. Try to make this easier to see. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe it's this one. Make that dark blue. Nope. feel like that was it though. Position arrows, a profitable trade, showing a single trade. Yeah, I think that's the one. But I had to reset my TradeStation platform today because it was acting funny, and so I just went ahead and reset it. That has nothing to do with this, but I don't know if you can see this line here. There's a line going up here. Alright, that line there is connected with this dot. This dot says 81 cents. There is nothing in this options contract pricing, mark bid ask, that says 81 cents. However, when I exited the position, it didn't exit me at 23 cents, it exited me at 81 cents. So instead of me making 2 cents per contract, I end up making, what's that? Short of 60 cents per contract, which is a huge difference. So, you know, I'm kind of trading through the day, and you know, I finally look over at the balances, and my my profit loss is showing like $154,000, and I'm like, well, as the day is going, and I'm seeing that go up to like 60 and 70 and 80 and 90, I'm like, yes, I'm getting it. I'm truly understanding. You know, it's going down. And then I'm looking at to see how much I'm really up, because I should only be up, like I said, $250, $400, and so I did 2 or 3 trades, and so I should have been up another $1,000 at the most. And then I looked at the account, and it was up like $20,000, and I'm like, whoa, something's wrong. So in real time, I'm in on a trade. I look to see what this is. I exit it, and so it'll say unrealized profit loss. It'll say $300, and as soon as I exit the position, instead of adding 300 to this, it added like 10,000, and I'm like, dude, that's not right. That's pretty much simple math at this point. So obviously there's something wrong with the system. I call TradeStation. TradeStation says, yeah, that's a known issue, and there's no fix for it, and we don't plan on fixing it yet. And the paper account is only set up to get you access to the platform with fake money. It's not to it has nothing to do with making sure that your entries are right and your exits make sense. It has nothing. They're not interested in making sure that you can be profitable. Now, they didn't say that piece, but that's essentially what they're saying. If they're not going to try to fix this, then they just want you to have access to the platform. They don't want you to be profitable, which, you know, that's not really their business either, right? I mean, their business is not to make you a profitable trader. That's your business. So I'm like, cool. All right. So I just shake my head, and I kind of went back and forth with her a few times, but she was pretty adamant that they know about this and they're not going to do anything about it. So again, the headline of this this little short video is that TradeStation has a known problem for not having entries and exits and risk to reward, all that, all these field, all that. They don't care anything about making sure that that's right for you. They just want you to be able to enter the trade, exit the trade, want you to be able to use the system. So the problem with that, and would have been my issue years ago, is I would have said, hey, okay, well, I know how to use the system. I got it. Let me go ahead and start, spending money. And maybe that's the only option that you really have. But that's a good way to lose a lot of money too. So I went over to my Thinkorswim platform, which I came from, and now yesterday Thinkorswim seemed to have a lag in their orders and everything, and then today it wasn't as bad. But I will say that like I said, I've only been playing with options just this week, and so I'm learning a lot about options. One is that a 0 DTE, days to expire, by the end of the day, it will expire. And we know what it means to expire. It means that it's gone, poof, worthless. And so it will, the value of the contract will progressively and it will steadily move toward 0. And again, it makes total sense. So, so these are the puts, right? So with the puts, you're expecting for the market to go down. So whether or not the stock, the actual underlying equity, whether or not the chart is going up or down, if you got in a call or a put, it doesn't matter. If you're on a 0 days to expire contract, it will expire today. It will be worthless today, whether it's a call or a put. If the equity is moving in your direction, so you put in a call for 250 and the stock is moving toward 250, well, it can steadily be moving toward 250, and so you should be getting more and more money. But then if you're moving toward 4 o'clock, toward the end of the day, this is for the 0 DTE, if you're moving toward 4 o'clock, then even as it's moving up, even as the stock is moving up in your direction, you would think that your contract will be worth more and more and more because it's moving closer to your direction. Nay. I mean, technically it is moving more and more, but it's also pushed against that wall of 4 o'clock, which is going to worthless. So it's a very good chance that even though the equity is moving in your direction, time is not. And so, you could still expire with it being worthless, which is, I think what happened here is like I was in the right position, but I don't know. So even this guy, here, I have to remember how to use Thinkorswim's platform. So I think at this point here, no. I think at this point, I had the 5,000 contracts, but I think my stop was right here at $4 or 40 cents. My take profit was like right in here, and it went just shy of that and went down. So if it went up to, $79,000, which is great, but it had come just shy of that. It was like $40,000, and I was like, cool. I'll just wait for it to retrace and then come back up. Well, didn't make that huge candle there, but again, we're moving steadily toward 4 o'clock, and so it could never come back up to 40 cents because there just wasn't enough time left on the next moves. And then let's see what the stock did. I mean, the stock, I think the price moved back toward where, let's see, this 40 cent candle, near 40 cent candle was, and these are puts, so it's going down. This near 40 cent candle was 305. So at 305, which is right around here. So 305, which is right around here. Here, I guess this lowest candle here was, I was up to what, 40,000 or something. I just needed to come back to there, and I'd go ahead and get out, right? I mean, it did come back down lower. I would have been, if expiration had no bearing on contracts, I would have been fine right here, right, when it came back lower, and even here when it came a little bit lower. But because we're so close to 4 o'clock now, this time point here where it really came back down was what, 341. And now let's look at 341 on here. 341 is right here, or maybe it's probably referencing this move up here. So the the distance that the equity was at, the price that the equity was at, here it was 243.04. It was here was 243.20. So a difference of 16 cents on here, and I don't even know. 16 cents or 0.08%. Here, you would think that it would be a 0.08% difference here because it came back just about to where it was before, right? But instead of 0.08% difference, you're now looking at a well, you are now looking at a save as default. So versus 0.08, I would have only been down 0.08% here. But in the options world, I'm down 64%. It came back. I mean, it's, you know, that's crazy. But that, you know, that's options apparently. Whereas if I had purchased the equity, if I had purchased shares of Tesla, I'd be only 0.08% down, and I'd go ahead and get out. I was like, yeah, okay. But because I was in the options contract, now I'm down 64%, right? And that's why I just kind of watched it the rest all the way to 4 o'clock. I'm just like, is it going to go down to zero? And it, you know, whatever. I guess it went close enough. That's just crazy to me. But so I'm seeing what's going on with options. But like I said, with TradeStation earlier in the day, I wish I was able to truly capture what. Let me see if I can pull it up. I wish I was able to capture what I truly did, my true performance with the SPY on the day. Because like I said, $154,000 isn't accurate, but I was getting into a lot of trades and out of them in a positive direction. I think I probably only exited like 2 of them in the negative direction. So I was feeling the groove with SPY. But yeah, at some point after 12 or 1 o'clock or so, I guess I'm gonna have to pull out of it because the price of the contracts just steadily moves down, and that's working against you. That's like having money in the bank that you think is in a savings account, but because of we'll say deflation, because of deflation, it's just steadily going down. So instead of putting your money in the bank during a deflationary period, you might put it in, I don't know, real estate or something that doesn't tank as much as the value of the dollar would. So that's economics. That's the market. It's all a puzzle. It's a woven puzzle masterpiece. Let's see if we can find. I want to link this to this. Okay, so let's do the symbols. See if we can see what I did today, more or less. So I'll turn this off. So these would just be some of the trades that I took today, if it'll show up right. Well, 460. That's this chart. I'm not seeing my trades on here. Because I took the because I took this off, but this takes up so much space. Let's do this. Alright, so these are some of the trades I took. But like I say, even though I took these trades, it exited me way up here. So it gave me way too much credit for the position, for the entry and the exit. So I was doing a lot of this like on the 15-second or the 15 tick time frame. Yeah, so from here, from the bottom to the top of the bar, here I got in here and I exited up here. Here I got in on this bar and I exited up here. So like I said, 2 or 3 cents at a time, but with 100 contracts, that'd have been $200 or $300. And so just in that short time there, I'd have been up $600, $800, $900, and that works for me. All right, so that's you see it in the background here. That's the call for 460 on the SPY. Let's look at what I do. Field. I'm trying to look at the stuff earlier in the day. Earlier in the day, I was mostly on this 458 here. 458. I was doing calls and puts, and I was doing pretty good on both of them. But again, you know, I'm not really sure how the issue with the entries and exits affected my overall either. Yeah, you see, I was in and out a lot, right? Let's do this. NASCAR, what's up, man? Hope you a good trading day. SPY basically closed at 460 on the dot. You know what? I mean, like I said, options. This is my first week really messing with them, and so I haven't been looking a lot in terms of like volume or anything like that with options to see what does what where. I'm really just focused on trading intraday. So one of the styles or techniques that I'm working on is just to be able to follow the liquidity as it moves through the day. And the practice that I did last night worked out well today, I would say. But like I said, options is a different beast than regular shares, regular equities, because it continuously loses value over the course of time. Now, if you get something that's more days, there's more days to expiration, then it makes sense that the degradation period, there's probably a word for it. I'm gonna use degradation. The degradation period is it's longer, and so it's slower. But with these, I mean, you know, with zero DTE, days to expire, so the option expires today. It steadily goes from whatever it's priced at, the contract's priced at 23.40 cents, whatever, all the way down to zero by the end of the day. But yeah, I didn't take any real trades in my real account today either. Just everything paper. Yep, so I got in here, got out up here. What are some other ones? There we go. Just zoom in on it this way. I bet the tick chart would show it a lot easier, but I started out here, I guess, 25, and then I had another 25 on, another 50 onto it, and then another 75 on that, and then I got out a bunch up here. I got out some more up here. Looks like I put another 50 on here, and then I got out everything right here. So all this swept up. Got in here, got out up here. So, and then I waited till it retrace. And this is big for me. For me to actually wait until it retraces. I don't know what I was looking at and why I did it. And that's the thing. That's why I got to keep practicing. But whatever I did, I waited for some reason. And it was right. You know what I'm saying? I got in here right at the dip, and I got out here right at the top. That's all I was looking for. I was just looking for those little whoop. I was just looking for the boop, just the doot. And like I said, I might not be up 150,000, but I probably should have been up about 10 grand a day. Which, like I said, this is turning the page for me on day trading. So I'm excited about that. But like I said, learning that with options, you really kind of need to cool it toward the end of the day, because even though the price, the level comes back to where you were or in the green because of the expiration degradation of the contract, it's just worth less and less. So you're going to end up, you really gotta get out in an options contract. And so not only do you have to consider the trend and the price level, but now you have to consider the contract's dissension. Yeah, dissension. Yeah. But so what are you waiting on, NASCAR? Why didn't you get into anything today? I didn't even, I honestly didn't even look at anything else today other than SPY and Tesla. All right, let's see. I don't know if I took any more toward the end of the day. Yeah, that was that first cluster there. We talked about that. This guy got in a couple there, and then I exited up here. Here, it looks like I got in midway. I don't know if I was looking for that break there. And then I guess the exit was supposed to be up here somewhere. And then I got in down here at the bottom, exited just a little bit up. So yeah, I was really working those dips. And now I know one thing, I was looking at multiple charts, right? So I was looking at, and that's what I have to figure out what I was doing. Because even the puts, that was the cause. Even the puts, I did okay on the puts. I think I was looking at, I know I was looking at the 5 minute and the 1 minute and the 15 second and the 15 tick for entry. But one of the things that I saw last night while I was kind of doing my technical analysis was that, so for one, you definitely want to see, you want to find some type of base in there, and then you want to see the stock move up, and you don't necessarily have to get in as the stock moves up, but on the retracement, as it's coming down here, kind of drawing that descending trend line, and then getting in at the, getting your puts at the top of the trend line or some type of move up, and then exiting when it drops a little bit lower. I was just literally riding the wave. The waves. Got busy, couldn't get behind the screen. Yeah. So are you an active trader, kind of like you saw just on my screen, which is multiple ins and outs? I know that you do some of the pre-market stuff where you find a good entry to get in pre-market, ride it up, and then seems like you kind of leave it alone the rest of the day. Well, most of the time the rest of the day with the penny stocks, they continue to retrace and dive down anyway, so I imagine you steer clear of that. Trying to open this up. I think I got 2 time frames on here. Yeah. 5 minutes, 24 hour, 24 hour. Yeah, ever since this chart, ever since I re-downloaded TradeStation, it doesn't scale the same. But yeah, so I was looking for these breaks down like so. It's gonna drive me crazy, man. Dark blue default. Okay, so I was looking for the trend lines down and then for it to break that resistance there, but then I was also looking for this to be at a relative level of some other liquidity here. That's gonna drive me crazy too. And then just not entering or exiting until something met that criteria. So I have a strategy. It's kind of a loose strategy right now. So I need to formalize a little bit better for sure. Okay. All right, and then same thing for here. Descending trend line, finally broke it in here, and then we also have this at this area here. When I was looking at the charts last night, I saw a lot that there was a and I mean, you guys probably have all seen this before too, but maybe not the 15-minute, maybe the 5-minute. Yeah, so when the chart retraces, it'll come down to these bases or these pullbacks, and then I also see it sometimes go right into that nook there, either in the nook or here. And then what I've been looking at is that it tends to also, and I know a lot of folks with technical analysis look at these levels from, you know, days and weeks back, and I agree that they do have some bearing. The only problem is, like with intraday day trading, is that because there are so many places where the stock kind of ebbs and flows, that if you're looking back to the left, you literally find a point that says something at every tick. So I try not to get too absorbed in that when I'm doing the kind of like the scalping intraday trading. I'm just looking to see where there's breaks of trends. Where there's breaks of trends, and where there's retesting of areas of the same day, right? Because the liquidity, it's just going to try. It's like a chain, crocheting, making links in the chain. You got to go back and grab some of that liquidity before you move on. Go back and grab some of the liquidity before you move on. Boom, boom, right? And so that's why I say you got heat from here. It moves up, has a little bit of liquidity, moves up, comes down, finds that liquidity, moves up. Nice move up that time, but comes back down, finds that liquidity that was here, moves up to here, found that liquidity, came down to here, found this liquidity. So, and then when it moved up to here, it just moved to this liquidity. And then when it came down, it moved to this liquidity. So I don't think it's I think it's probably less complicated than like I said, that was my understanding last night, and it worked today, but it may not work every day. So you know, as I learn more, I'll fill you in for sure. But I don't think it's quite as complicated as it needs to be. But like I say, you do have these descending trend lines that you have to watch for. You do need to look for the liquidity here. Intraday scalping, probably don't need to look at everything to the left unless it's going into new territory. And then, like I said, I'll look at the 5-minute time frame because that's a better idea of what's going on. You know, the larger trend, and then I'll look at like the 1-minute time frame or the 15-second time frame for getting into the positions. And then I just would get in at the low and then exit at the high, not looking to. And this is also different from how I was trading before. I'm not looking for, once I get in low and I'm long, I am not looking for the chart to make a new high of the day. That's been my problem before, right? So when you're in the when you find this, for instance, when this trend right here breaks, and then you find that first dip there, that first low, you get in there. You're not looking for it to break here. You're not looking for it to make a new high of the day. I'm just looking almost for that 1-to-1, you know, just for it to move up a bit, or start moving up and then start retracing. And again, 1-to-1 may not sound great. A 1-to-1 sounds terrible if you're taking one trade for the day. But if you got a good, solid, strong strategy that that's a 1-to-1, but that works greater than 50% of the time, then you're going to be up. And then, like I said, as long as you're exercising your stops, you know, and taking all the profit of your 1-to-1 on your, you know, when you're winning, then you're good. So, but of course, different styles for different folks. Yeah, 7 to 10 a.m. trading in pre-market. Yeah, pre-market is that danger zone. Well, and then that's the thing about options, right? Is options, because also I think like when we started kind of doing the videos and everything like that, doing a lot with the pre-market as well. Kind of, I'd hop on at 7 o'clock, you know, after we get the daughter off, and I'd take some trades, that kind of thing. And pre-market can be fairly lucrative. Once it reaches its high, though, pre-market or regular hours, you need to be making your way out. But yeah, options doesn't do pre-market trading, so that's new also. But yeah, we could like to make $1 million a month at some point. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay. Nah, man, I'm gonna shoot for the 100K. You shoot for the 900K. But no, seriously, I'm optimistic. I am optimistic. If you get 100K, then you just share that knowledge with me, because you probably get there before I start hitting those kind of numbers. But I think you've been in the game much longer than I have. But I'm trying something a little bit different here, though. I think we know how variable the penny stocks can be, and it can drive you a little bananas. Now let me ask you this: how often do you find that the penny stocks that you do think make a good target, how often do you find that they move uniformly with other penny stocks that you may have traded the day before, the week before, that kind of thing? Do they all kind of do the same thing, or do they all have their own different behavior, different personality? Because my experience, and it might just be the ones I get, I think you probably have a set of criteria that narrows down more exactly what you're looking for, and so you probably get more similar behaviors. But when I'm looking at penny stocks, man, it's just whatever's on the screen, and so they literally all move differently, and I'm having a hard time being profitable because I can't figure out what's going on. The liquidity, like I just showed how it kind of goes from one area to the next, it doesn't do that with penny stocks. It jumps around a lot. Alright, but yeah, I don't have too much to look at now, because like I said, I'm pretty much I'll keep these other ones, Microsoft, Nvidia, and those kind of things on my chart, but I'm pretty much going to focus on the SPY from here out. And you remember what I was talking about the other day, where we had the very high bid and ask, and that was around the time where the charts would pivot. I didn't see a whole lot of that yesterday. If we look today, we see that this bid and ask average is kind of down here around 1,000. This peak here is about 10,000, 11,000, so that's 10 times. When we really saw it turn around before, it was around 15 and 20 times. So this is only 10,000. However, at this 10,000 mark up here, it did what? It did slow down. It did break its it broke the trend, right? Broke the trend, came for a pullback, and then as it reapproached, I don't know if that's a double top. It looks like a double top from here, but here, see, red, it got high again, right around 11,000, and again, right in this zone here, it found its top again. All right, found its top, broke the ascending support, and now it's coming back down for a deeper retrace. But we are having higher lows here.
Motion detected at home front door.
Ooh, they're knocking at my window. All right, so we have higher lows there. Keep going, and then we find this. But the only thing about this one here that I found interesting is now we're kind of in this zone. So it touched it. It's kind of almost in the sideways channel, right? Kind of almost in the sideways channel here. So what does this high ass do now? I don't know. Let's see what it does. Does it make it go down? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it seemed like that one is just more irrelevant. We had it here, but then you get this funky stuff in here, which I've seen this every now and again, and I don't know exactly what's going on with the algorithm. But there's definitely some market maker funny business going on right here when it does this. And this is the funny thing about like TradeStation that you don't see on Thinkorswim or maybe some other platforms like Webull. On the 1 minute chart, this looks like nothing. This is just a bar. But on the 15 tick chart, you can see this craziness here, and you know that something bizarre happened. And so, like I said, I don't know how to play it because I've seen it on both sides of the curves, and so I don't know how to play it just yet. But I think I have a little bit of an advantage because I can see that on this chart. So this time right now is what, 350. So if we move to, certainly on the 5 minute chart, you're not going to see it, but if we move to the 1 minute chart, where are we at? It's 15 second. Is that Microsoft? How did I get to it? Okay. We move to, oh boy. There we go. If we move to the 1 minute chart, I think that was at 350, so that was right in here. That was from right in here. And it looks just like a regular bar, right? I mean, you can tell that it maybe to most people this would look like it was about to break out or it's about to start moving. You can see the increased volume there. So yeah, I mean, you might pick something up there, but like I said, on the 15 second chart, you can really see that something bizarre happened there. So again, maybe we'll figure out how to play that one day. What's a month on average is a penny stock at 100%? Yeah, I agree with you on that, on looking at them after the run up, because that's when the liquidity starts getting captured. If it's going to be captured, that's one of the best places to capture it is as it's going down, or you see that consolidation after it runs up, comes down a bit, rests, cools its jets, hits the consolidation phase. And then, yeah, so I agree. Start kind of looking at it the day after or maybe 2 days after. But, yeah, during the move, whew, it's a mess. 9% time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, I won't... and I think I talked about it last time we were on. I won't leave the small caps and micros alone. They will always have a special place in my heart. But I see the uniformity. I think that's the word of the day. Uniformity. I think I see the uniformity of the SPY. I see the uniformity of some of these larger cap stocks, right? Tesla, I try to get on Tesla. Tesla is always, I found to act a little funny. It's a little bizarre. It's very volatile. I mean, if you want to trade something like a penny stock in a large cap, then this would be it. But I mean, look at all these wicks. Like compared to what the SPY was doing, on the 1 minute chart. All these wicks on here, but still has some level of uniformity, I guess. Just maybe on a different time frame. Yeah, still looks ugly. Looks better there. Looks better on a 15-minute time frame. But yeah, I think I posted some of those pics and stuff in Discord. So check those out and let me know if you have any questions about those or want to add to the comments on that. But I want to start adding some of my markups, some of the technical analysis markups on the Discord as well. Like I said, just to show what I've been seeing. But again, I'm going to really kind of transition over to adding a lot of stuff about the SPY. I think I put NVIDIA stuff on there the other day. But yeah, we're going to get it, man. So listen, you get that first 100,000 and then zone me in so I can come in and scrape up the pennies behind you. All right. Past 8 trading days have been. Oh really? Yeah. See, I didn't know that. Past 8 trading days. Because even a couple weeks ago there were several penny stocks that, I mean, pennies were moving a couple weeks ago, and like I said, I've missed everything that has happened recently, but I've been strictly trading paper account, looking at options, working on technicals, looking at large caps. So yeah, but I'm still surprised though, man. Who do you use for your platform? Who do you trade with? What or what broker do you use? So like I said, I've got a Thinkorswim platform. I use that, and I use the TradeStation. TradeStation has more fees and commissions, so I can't even really trade penny stocks on TradeStation without getting some crazy commissions. Thinkorswim lets you do it for free. But then with options, the contracts are okay. Yeah, Thinkorswim. Yeah, Thinkorswim is great all around, man. I mean, it really, and I remember when I really first started doing a lot with trading, I'd call into them and have questions. They have the trade desk. You can ask them questions about, you know, your well, I guess it's Schwab now, but your TD Ameritrade account. You can ask some questions about the trading platform itself. And they knew they knew they've got the tech team, the tech support. They know about their trading platform. Now I'll call TradeStation, and they have no clue. TradeStation, they know about your money, but as far as the platform, they really don't know much about it. I mean, they can get you through some of the basics, or get you reset and that kind of thing. And then as far as the coding, they have no clue about that. So yeah, I mean, Thinkorswim is a good way to go. All right, man. Well, send me a message or something in Discord, and let's kind of compare. Matter of fact, I am curious. I'm really curious because we don't get that two-way as far as technical analysis. When you get a chance, I want you to take a screenshot or something. Mark up your charts, how you look at how you like conceptualize for your technical analysis, because I'm curious. Just pick a penny stock, whatever, something that you look at, and just kind of mark it up. Things that you look for, zones that you look for. If you're looking for consolidation, if you're looking for legs below or above, high volume at inflection points, just kind of mark it up. What makes sense to you, and let's compare notes. So I think that'd be interesting. Get us moving in that direction of that $1 million month. I'm trying to hit that $1 million day, man. What are you talking about? All right, man. Well, I'll catch you next time. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.